really have to start utilizing and conserving our energy. What I mean by that is we need to conserve and control how much energy or what we give our energy to. In life, there will always be people who just don't like you. Not everyone's gonna like you. You're not gonna be the most likable person on this planet. The reality is there's gonna be haters, and those people are gonna say mean things to you throughout your life. And their goal is to bring you down, and their goal is for you to get a reaction so they have control over you. But what we need to realize is that when we give our response, when we give our reaction to these people that piss us off on a daily basis, right? It could be coworkers, it could be even family members, it could be anyone in our lives that provoke us or try to, just give us mental misery. And when we react, bro, that is our energy being taken away. That's why, when you get angry, when you cry, or, whenever you feel like some sort of frustration or some sort of emotional response from what someone said, when the emotion dissipates, when it's gone, when you release your anger, you feel tired. You feel like energy has been drained from your soul, man. And that's not a good thing, bro, because you can use your energy for more productive things, like working on yourself, trying to become a better person. And the best thing you can do is to just ignore those types of people. But the thing is, we feel like we always have to react to when somebody says something mean to us, whether it's comments online on social media, whether it's anything in person, like coworker or whatever. We have this need that we need to always react and respond and but bro, it is honestly just a waste of energy, because you could, that type of energy that you're utilizing, you could use it for better things. And you responding is exactly what that person wants. They want you to react, because then they have control over your mind. And fighting fire with fire only makes the fire bigger. So you need to walk away from these situations, and you need to just stop giving your energy to these certain things. We give our energy every day to so many pointless things. We give our energy to social media, and we look at people's comments on a video or whatever. And sometimes, a lot of us, even I have this habit of not even watching content of a YouTube video and just reading people's comments, and then that's enough for me to decide my opinion, or that's enough for me to get a reaction from the video. But that's not the right thing to do, man. We have thousands and thousands of opinions of critique coming at us on a daily basis through our screens and through people, that we barely have time to, the energy to do things that we want to do, because we're constantly giving our energy back. We're constantly reacting. We're constantly judging as well. And this is just energy being taken away from us. This is just our time being taken away from us. I remember back, in the past, where people used to wrong me, if I had a bad ex or a friendship that ended, and we're just lashing out at each other, constantly arguing, constantly fighting fire with fire. It just made things worse. It just made me feel worse. It gave me a headache. I was getting a headache. But now as I get older, I really conserve my energy and who I give my energy to, and what I give and how, if I want to react or not. Because 98% of the time, reacting is not even worth it. It's not. Yes, there are times when if somebody attacks your family, or it's something very personal, something that you really stand for in your life, sometimes you need to stand up for yourself and say something or do something about the situation. But a lot of the times, the problems are just very minuscule and pointless and stupid. And if we give a lot of our attention to negativity more than positivity, positivity isn't what goes viral. Negativity is what gives us the most reaction, and is what our brain craves. Our mind craves negativity because our mind always wants to fix things. Our mind craves emotion. Our mind craves problems, because that's what the brain is meant to do. The brain is meant to solve problems. But the problem is that they're not real problems. The brain cannot differentiate between a real problem and just a problem that's just fabricated. The brain cannot distinguish between the two. So you get the same emotional response from a comment that someone said that hurt your feelings, and then you want to react, and then now you're in the fight or flight response. Even though you're not physically there in person, the person's not physically saying this stuff to you, you're still in the fight or flight response where you want to respond, and your heart rate's going up, and you know your adrenaline is getting pumped. Oh, I'm going to write such a terrible comment to this person for what he said about my video, or what he said about something. But at the end of the day, bro, it's so freaking pointless, man. You could use that energy to build a better life for yourself. You could use that energy to do so many more productive things. But the problem is we just lose our focus. We get distracted, and all we want to do is just react. But in order to remedy this problem, we need to stay busy. We need to stay busy doing productive things. We need to stay so busy with what we love doing, what we're passionate about, whether it's our hobbies, whether it's reading, whether it's hiking, whether it's exercise, whether it's whatever. We need to be so preoccupied with that shit that we don't have time to react. And at the end of the day, people say these things because in their lives, they're really bored with their lives. They haven't accomplished what you accomplished or what you're trying to accomplish, so they want to say some dumb things or mean things to you. Some people are just in a bad mood in general. They just had a bad day and they just want to lash out on someone. So the problem is them. The problem isn't you. But if you react and you respond, say you're walking around in public, right? You're going to a mall or something, you're at a cafe, and some guys, looks at you and he's like, what the fuck are you looking at? Bro, the best thing to do, I know it's very difficult, is to just ignore the person and walk away, because depending on what kind of person you are, you may react in a very angry way. That person may also respond in the same manner, and now you're locked into this rage, you're locked into this problem, and who knows what could happen next, bro. Who knows what could happen next? The person may have a weapon on them, and they may hurt you. You may hurt the person, and then you end up facing the legal consequences. But in order to avoid those situations, the best thing to do is to just ignore and walk away, which is something that a lot of us don't do anymore. We just want to react. And a lot of us react in the wrong way as well. Nowadays, everyone has a phone. If you see someone fighting, if you see some sort of argument, we just tend to whip out our phones right away and start recording the footage instead of trying to call police, instead of trying to de-escalate the situation, instead of trying to help the other person. We're just searching for content all the time. We're all constantly looking for some sort of entertainment in our lives that we can post online and get likes and comments and go viral and get reactions. That is the type of world that we're living in now. That's such a messed up world, bro. We need to realize this, that this is not the right way to live. And that is a waste of our energy. So if you are going to react in the right way. Don't react without thinking. Don't react upon emotion, because the moment you react upon emotion, that's when problems arise. That's when issues arise. And that's a waste of your energy, bro. If you have haters commenting on your YouTube channel or whatever, which has happened to me many times, bro, just delete the comment or just ignore the comment. You don't need to react to the comment. And people crave attention. People crave this. People crave reactions all the time. That's just, the reality. But don't give them that benefit. Don't give them that satisfaction. Because the moment you give them that satisfaction, they have control. They feel like they have an ego. They feel, really good about themselves. Like, I got a reaction from this guy. And I've noticed that too with my past relationships. When I broke up with a girl or something in the past, a lot of them just never got over the relationship. And they were constantly trying to provoke a reaction from me. So they would try to prank call my house saying that I was out drinking and partying with other girls. And then my mom would be like, yo, what the fuck is this? Right? But my mom knew that that's not the type of person I am. She knew it was a prank. But that shit bothered me. I wanted to get revenge at the time. I'm like, yo, who the fuck are they to call my house and actually create some sort of scenario about something that I didn't do? But what she wanted was a reaction. What she wanted was for me to do something, right? But the best thing to do is to just ignore. The best thing to do is to not respond. That way you win. That way she loses. That is what we need to work on, man. We need to work on not reacting all the time to situations. There was a time in my life where somebody, I'm pretty sure it was an ex of mine, prank called my house and sent a delivery of 100 pizza boxes to my house. 100 pizza boxes. My dad called me at work. He was so angry. He was like, who the hell did you do this? Or what of your friends did this? And I was so mad, bro. I was so angry. I was so vexed. I called the pizza delivery company. I wanted to get the phone number of that individual. I sent a report to the police station about it. But then when I had a call with the person on the line, they said to me, hey, listen, was your life at stake? Did you accept the pizza? Did you have to pay the money? And once I realized that the problem wasn't that big, after I got that realization from the police officer through that phone call, I was like, wow, what the fuck am I reacting so much for? Why am I getting so emotional over this shit? Nothing technically big happened. So why am I making this a big deal? Because I want to satisfy my ego. I want to get revenge, right? I want to find out who that person is. But who gives a shit, man? Nothing really bad happened. So this is what I mean. We need to really need to just stop reacting to things that are pointless to react to. And that will honestly give you a better peace of mind. That will actually give you better emotional resilience. You'll live a more focused life. You'll have more clarity. There's a lot of benefits to not having to react all the time. You have more self-awareness about yourself. And honestly, it strays you away from all the pointless drama. Because a lot of people in this life think that their life is some sort of Korean drama or some sort of, where there needs to be some sort of fucking dramatic emotional fight that needs to happen or some sort of bullshit. People crave drama. People crave this shit all the time. But bro, you don't need to be that number. You don't need to be that victim. You don't need to be that type of person that needs to react all the time. When you can use your energy for better things. The happiest people are the ones that don't respond to the hate, who don't respond to people that try to provoke them. They just live their own lives on their own terms, move forward in life, focus on their own goals and their own aspirations and ambitions, and then that's it. That is the life that you should live.